Uy, es al revés, es para allá. Se me ha quedado congelado. Ahora lo voy a intentar otra vez, no os creáis que... y... yo no me voy de aquí. Es más simple que lo que no, pero es fuerte. Le pedí que demostrar habilidades y que en siguiente sustancia muy calmo.
I'm sure Albert would like to know he's been accepted by the wet loot boys.
Vale, ya está. Ya puedo... Uy. Solo quería eso. Quería matar a ese cabrón que me mató antes. Ya estoy satisfecha. Y voy a ver si puedo curar a la gente de aquí. Y así, pues, acabo.
¿Tiene eso, tío? ¿Qué puto sentido tiene eso? Que estoy abriendo la puerta, tío. No tiene lógica que me pueda pegar por detrás.
I cannot enter.
A ver, ¿por dónde se iba? Whitechapel, perfecto. Sí, ya sé que tengo que ir al cementerio, pero antes de ir al cementerio quiero ir... Este ya está mejor. ¿Dónde está el señor este? Que tenía...
Good evening, my dear colleague.
Está
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough.
Vale, no
Perhaps we'll
asus-
talk again.
Yo quiero hablar con este señor.
Good evening, Benjamin. Can I help you?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Reed.
Migraña no tengo.
I have found a very interesting letter. Your son planned to prove his worth to the gang by stealing your medicine.
Oh, I see. So the little bugger thought he could use his dad to
Creo
build
que
a
llega tarde, pero...
reputation.
The gang's recruiter was dead when I found him. Perhaps you should take better care of your son.
I love my Albert, sir. Believe me. It's just... Well, I'm an arsehole, I suppose. Anyway, thanks for the letter. This is for your trouble.
Have you any news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
Not recently.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir.
Pero no haber
Goodbye for
acabado.
now.
Otra vez. A ver, vamos a buscar a esta gente. Si me acuerdo de dónde narices estaban. Madre mía. No quería hacer eso. Sí, ha cogido todo lo que ha podido y se ha ido.
It's locked, all
Estaba
right.
claro. ¿Serás? Me da mucha rabia esto, ¿eh? Espérate que aún falta uno ahí, que lo he visto. serio? ¿Un teleporter de esos? Joder. Toma, tu cara. Es que de persona. No me digas que es el abuelo. No, es una señora, vale. No me... ¿Qué dice? Mierda. Jolines. Maldita rabia. Injusticia más grande. Lo siento, lo siento. Yo no te quería matar.
It's locked, all right.
Jolín, qué rabia. Se ha convertido en un bicho de esos. No es justo. Jolines. Encima he tenido que matarla. Esperaba poder al menos. Si se hubiera ido, ya está. No que se hubiera convertido en eso. Jolines. Creo que hay ratas aquí, por eso me sale la X. A ver dónde está este señor. Pues dime que está vivo, por favor. Yo pensaba curarle. Venía yo con la cura para su problema. A ver, ¿dónde está la gente que falta? Ahí hay uno. A ver cómo entro ahí.
Good evening, Mr. Petrescu. What are you doing here?
I could ask you the exact same question, Mr. Doctor. Now leave me alone.
How do you feel, Mr. Petrescu? Do you need my help?
I would not even accept fresh water from you, Doctor. I don't need your help.
Pero tienes bronquito.
Yes, you do.
Bronquito, digo.
Please, take this. You'll feel better.
I said I don't want anything. But I'll keep this for those who really need it.
Bien.
What do you plan to do now that Nurse Crane is gone?
I'm not sure. Strange men came to see me after Dorothea's death, with strange weapons and very odd stories.
What kind of stories?
Stories all Romanian children know. It was as if I was home again. Vampires, Mr. Doctor. Vampires.
You believe them? Aren't you too old to hold a weapon or listen to scary stories?
Yes, I am old and alone and will die soon, but if these stories are true, maybe I have found myself another cause.
Are you living on the streets, Mr. Petrescu?
And why not? Those who believe they'll be safe behind walls are blind.
What about your house?
My house is always open to any poor soul needing a roof. All my work here is lost now that Dorothea is gone, thanks to you.
Why are you so aggressive?
I remember the night you came here and convinced me to open my door to you, sir.
Tienes razón.
I'd like to punch you right on your chops.
I heard what happened to Nurse Crane. How do you feel, Mr. Petrescu?
Everything was going well until you arrived. Dorothea helped people and will be sorely missed.
I regret it too. I wish she'd continued working at the Pembroke Hospital. She was a good nurse.
So you put an end to the operation. Did you put an end to Dorothea as well?
You seem to have a lot on your chest, sir. What's wrong?
I heard you are a famous surgeon. Tell me, what did you do to Dorothea? She was so bright, so clever. Then you made her an empty shell.
I didn't use drugs or medical trickery, Mr. Petrescu. All I did was talk to Nurse Crane. I promise you.
But what happened to her then? After you left, she did not
Que
even
dijiste que lo
recognize
olvidara
me.
todo. Es que eres
Then she
tonto.
got careless and sick, and I had to flee.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
Me da mucha pena. Este hombre... A ver. ¿Qué pasa aquí? No debería haber entrado. Me lo estoy oliendo. Vale, no sé qué está pasando aquí y no me está gustando. ¿Quién es este señor? Espero que no sean el padre y su hijo y eso, porque... Ya sabía yo que había un escondite aquí. De todas maneras no me voy a... O sea, no voy a... Sí, pero todavía no me deja, jodido. No sé cómo hacer para... Por cierto, ¿ya está? No, porra usada, no me interesa. Mira, me falta para eso, pero sí puedo usar. Me voy con el garrote, pero... Ahora estoy curioseando a ver qué más encuentro, ¿eh? Creo que esto es para salir. Vale, antes de salir... quiero ir a mi... Ah, no, sí, acabo de venir de mi mesa de trabajo. Sí, ya me acuerdo para qué. Quiero desmontar las cosas que he conseguido. Creo que esto me vale para mejorar esto. Entonces puedo tener una u otra, vale. Vale. Tengo aquí una cosa cerca para hacer. No recuerdo exactamente, no sé exactamente el qué, pero está claro que tengo algo cerca. Voy a ver si puedo ir y así me lo quito de encima. Ay, que me picaba. No hay nadie. ¿Dónde está la gente, Juan? Vale, ya sé dónde está. Es que sabía que tenía que haber algún sitio, pero no podía entrar todavía porque no estaba desbloqueado. Sí, sí, pretendo volverlo otra vez a grave y a ver si puedo mejorarlo. Este es Albert, pero yo no busco a Albert, sino que busco... Estos son ratas. ¿Dónde está la gente? Sí, ahí está la historieta. Benjamin, que tiene migraña y no puedo hacer nada por él. Ahí está Darius. Me falta gente aquí. Digamos que es comprensible porque se supone que no, que la gente desaparece cada noche o algo así, pero jolín, ha desaparecido Dorothy, ¿no? O sea, están sanos. Yo estoy buscando a este tío, al Richard este, para curarle. Este se está recuperando. Esta está desaparecida. Me faltan estos tres por conocer. Este no le puedo ayudar. Harry Peterson, que tiene agotamiento, y si encuentro su casa, porque no me acuerdo dónde está su casa. Ahí están, ahí están, ahí están.
Come on, Baron, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind. You again? What do you want this time?
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
I saw her wandering the streets. Yesterday, I think. She didn't recognize me. People say she's lost it. It's a sad story.
Ah, pero está sano.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Entonces, ¿quién es el que está resfriado? ¿Tú?
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? Do you have any news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
It appears those who dare to get health care from that bitch are never seen again. Something fishy going on there, for sure.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
Vale, pues es lo haces aquí, que este chaval sí que necesitaba.
Good evening, Harry. May I come in?
Sure. Sure. Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Have you any recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
Nobody dares to enter the dispensary now. Rumors say the nurse has gone mad.
Do you need any medical help, young man?
Yes, I do. I feel so tired. I don't know if it's the epidemic, but everything seems so hard.
Toma, toma.
You'll feel better with this. But you need to get a grip, young man. Medication alone won't cure melancholia.
I'm not sure I'm happy with the idea of living long in a world like this. But I thank you for your concern, sir.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Vale.
Is there only pain?
Voy a ver a quién más tengo que curar. Vale, Benjamin, este no podía. Falta el Richard Nichols, detalle. Vale, este es el que estaba en el cementerio, vale. Puedo ir a curarle. Que se estaba en la parte de atrás. Espero que siga ahí. Hay un Skull. Bueno, ahora que tu amigo no está. Tú tranquilo, que tú te vas a llevar una hostia, dos, tres hostias. Toma, asqueroso. Hombre. Está bien. ¿Qué hay que hacer aquí para...? ¿Está ahí el hombre? Sí, ahí hay alguien. Bien.
Good evening, Mr. Nethercott.
And good evening to you too, my good sir. Can I be of any help?
Ay.
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
Not at all, sir.
Vale, era...
Do you need medical attention, sir?
It may be wise to let you prescribe me something. I don't feel like I should.
I understand your appetite for words and macabre beauty, sir. But you should be more careful.
The nutrition of my mind is more important than my physical health. But I appreciate your concern, sir.
Did you know the mute florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious camellia.
Are you not curious? Is there not more you wish to know?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her. Whatever she may be hiding, it's certain to be for the benefit of most, if not all.
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Nethercott.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
Ya tengo a
I'll
tres
leave
tíos.
you alone, sir.
Ya tengo a tres tíos recuperándose. Uy. Es normal que la hayan rechazado.
Hello again, miss.
Está sanita.
Very well. Goodbye then.
Perfecto, como está sanita, yo me puedo... Voy a hablar con este. Sí que te han rechazado, ¿eh?
Good evening, Mr. Nethercott.
And good evening to you too.
No te preocupes, si lo envías después de que pase esto, sí que podrías hacerlo.
You don't really make a living from your scribblings, do you, Richard?
No, sir, I don't. I work so hard. I put all my time, my energy, my devotion into the precise carving of words.
Still, you don't seem to suffer from poverty.
With thanks to my parents, actually. I'm afraid I would not be able to live on my own without their help.
You seem embarrassed.
Someday I hope to proudly offer my first publication to my parents. Until that day, I'll remain the failure of a son they have to support.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Cuídese, cuídese. Voy a ver si puedo ver qué es eso que me está indicando ahí, porque a lo mejor... Yo creo que eso son las misiones secundarias o algo así. Pero no sé cómo llegar a ella, que esa es la cosa. Que debería ir al cementerio para encontrar también al chaval. Al chaval ese que se supone que por aquí no puedo ir. Que se ha perdido. Que seguramente está muerto, pero bueno, hay que ir a buscarle al pobre.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
Está sanita.
Have you any news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
It appears the dispensary is now a major source of contagion in Whitechapel. Someone should do something about it, but no one cares.
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work. Do you believe her?
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will ever change, Mr. Darby?
I believe the situation can only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will change.
Sí, tienes razón.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
I'm cheap and vale, a ver, se supone que aquí... ¿Aquí? No, aquí no puedo entrar. Aquí. No, aquí tampoco. Es que me indica aquí. Ni idea.
Silent flower of Whitechapel, an angel made flesh, I tell you.
Bueno, voy a ir al cementerio y eso. Porque...
Over there!
Ay, el puto reverendo, no me acordaba de él. A tomar por el culo. No, pero ¿por qué a ese? Era el reverendo. Chicos, toma esta puta. Vamos a ver qué tal... ¿Qué tal sabe la sangre de reverendo, Ja.
This man stunned me with his faith. His crucifix. This is not good news.
Tenía que haber bebido de él. Bueno. Ya no puedo hacer nada. He cogido, ¿no? Sí. Aquí no puedo entrar aunque haya una lucecita. Lleva al mismo sitio, ¿no? Sí, porque esto es así. Vale. Es que quiero asegurarme de encontrarlo todo y no dejarme nada. No sé si esto me cuenta algo, lo de los cartelitos. Vale, ¿qué hay por aquí? Me ha pillado. Ya no podía hacer nada. Me había parecido ver a alguien, pero creo que no. Y este es mío. Que yo soy mucho más rápida que tú rebuscando. ¿Esto dónde lleva? Cuarentena. Ah, chas. Uy, aquí hay mucha gente, ¿eh? No, ¿Pero qué me estás contando? No, pues otra vez. Con la gracia que me hace. Con la gracia que me hace. No, tío, otra vez, no. Ya me estás tocando las narices un ratito, ¿no? Está bien. Pues a tomar por culo. Creo que el reverendo no sale. Menos mal porque no creo que aguantase otro meneo del reverendo. Vale. Y yo, que me había ido así de fiestuki, me había metido ahí, que puedo perfectamente, pero tengo que hacerlo con más cuidado. Porque si no lo hago con cuidado, pasa lo que pasa. Te he dado de refilón. Mira qué bien. Si yo sabía que podía. La verdad es que me habrán pillado a malas. ¿Tú qué querías esto? Pues va a ser que no, chato. ¿Ves? Ahora lo hago bien y ni me tocan. Pero es que antes no sé qué estaba haciendo. Pero no lo estaba haciendo bien. A ver, hay algo interesante por aquí, además de... Por aquí no puedo entrar, ¿no? ¿Qué hay aquí? Cheline. ¿Un refugio?
Hello, sir. Sorry to disturb you at this hour. I'm a doctor inquiring about the epidemic. May I come in?
A doctor, you say? No, thank you.
Ah.
All right. I shan't insist. Goodbye for now, sir.
Nivel 3 de cautivar. ¿Y eso cómo se consigue? A ver las estadísticas. Sí, vale. Esto lo tengo ahí, bien. Nivel 2 tengo. Entiendo. No sé cómo se subiría eso. Bueno, ya he conocido a este tío. Tiene migraña, tampoco le puedo curar. Me faltan 2 por lo que estoy viendo. Espero sinceramente que después de curar a esta gente, recuperando estas 3 personas, suba de nivel.
Better go home, sir.
No, tú te vas a llevar galleta. ¿Estás creído? Aquí el que reparte soy yo. hombre. A ver, reconozco que aquí he sido un poco ya asquerosa. Porque me ha dicho, vete a casa, señor. O sea, váyase usted a casa, señor. Yo he sido bastante cabrona para atacarles. Desaparecer delante de su cara. Así que lo entiendo. Esto no sé si estaba abierto de antes, ahora lo está. A ver si hay alguien más por aquí. No tiene pinta. Qué raro. Esto no lo puedo abrir. Vale. Vale, estoy viendo allí una lucecita antes de entrar al cementerio. Digo, he visto a alguien, pero no. Aunque parece que aquí hay alguien, pero no. Si esos son ratillas, no me interesa. Ah, mira, un refugio. Me viene al pelo. No quiero todavía pasar la noche, pero me viene bien para tenerlo desbloqueado. Ay, qué bien. Además necesito unos cuantos remedios más. Vale, por aquí no puedo. La putada es que todavía no puedo. Para la sepsis es que no me sirve de nada. Mira, me falta la codeína. Qué rico. Vale, aquí tenemos que hacer dos cosas. Primera, por supuesto, es asistir al funeral de mi hermana, y otra es encontrar al cura perdido.
Avery, I leave you to care for my mother. I'm in no state to comfort her.
Venga ya.
Mother, why have you come here? This is proving far worse than I imagined.
No me digas que no puedes entrar.
My mother would
Hola,
die
mixed
if
up.
she were to see me in this
¿Qué tal?
state. I must wait.
A ver. Tiene que haber una forma de entrar. O sea, no me has hecho venir hasta aquí para quedarme fuera, ¿eh? O sea... Venga ya. Venga ya. ¿Puedes romper esto? No. Había que intentarlo. No, hay ratas. No es lo que yo quiero. Yo quiero entrar. Let
My
me
mother
in.
would die if she were to see me in this state.
¿Qué?
I must wait.
Dijiste al cementerio. Sí, estoy aquí, pero no me dejan entrar. Bien, aquí pues pasando el rato con el Vampyr, que me lo han pasado, o sea, me lo han regalado. Me va a regalar el señor Blanco. Y he dicho, voy a jugarlo en directo. Y nada, estoy aquí, que no me dejan entrar en el cementerio. A ver cómo llego. Detalles. Sí, ya lo sé, pero está la puerta cerrada. A ver cómo lo hago. Porque tiene que haber otra manera de entrar. O sea, no puede ser que no me deje pasar. Y luego estaba en la tumba. Supuestamente tengo que ir por ahí. Supuestamente. Sí, supongo que habrá otra entrada, ¿no? Por eso no me deja entrar por ella. 7, 16, 12... No, me lleva aquí. Me lleva aquí todo el rato. Qué raro. Es raro que me haga entrar... O sea... Baja. 9, 7, 6, 2, 1. Mejor tengo que venir por aquí. Pero lo dudo mucho. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué está pasando? He oído socorro. ¿Qué?
Avery, I leave you to care for my mother. I'm in no state to comfort her.
No era eso lo que quería. ¿Cómo narices hago eso? ¿Cómo paso por aquí? Quiero entrar y no me dejan. Vale, sí. Muy bonito, pero no sé, no me deja. Solo me dice que no pueda pasar. A ver. Jolines. ¿Cómo lo hago? Mixa, ¿tú juegas este juego? ¿Tú sabes cómo se hace? A ver. Voy a hacer un poco de trampa y voy a mirar porque me estoy poniendo hasta nerviosa. Y voy a estar aquí dando vueltas como si no hubiera un mañana. Porque me conozco. Y tampoco es plan. A ver cómo puedo entrar. Porque no me dais más pistas, pedazo cabrones. Y no me habéis dicho cómo narices tengo que pasar allí. Y hay gente pidiendo ayuda y yo estoy aquí pensando, ay, ¿por dónde paso? ¿Por dónde paso? A lo mejor es que no llevo puesto el arma adecuada, porque es que tiene pinta de que se rompe. Sí, me están pidiendo ahí ayuda, help. Vamos a ver. Y si pongo... Es que tengo aquí la porra. Machete. La clava. Tengo el garrote, no sé. No sé qué quieren de mí.
Mother, why have you come here? This is proving far worse than I imagined.
A ver si encuentro el camino. Hay otro camino por el hospital. Tiene pinta. Me va a tocar dar toda la vuelta. No, por aquí no. Por aquí. Tengo que seguir este camino. Sí. Podría haber ido por el otro lado también. Voy a ir por aquí. No importa. Sí, es por aquí, ¿verdad? Sí. Como se ha abierto esa puerta que me viene al pelo. Joder, no sabía que iba a estar tan lejos. Vale, aquí ahora tengo que venir por aquí, ¿no? No, por aquí. Uy, espera, que hay aquí cositas. ¿Qué hay? Es que me distraigo con una facilidad.
Look like that! He's done for!
Vale, ¿qué ha pasado aquí? Pues tema de la guardia de Priwen. Patrullas es actividad vampírica, hospital, vigilar, investigar. Hace 3 días uno de nuestros nuevos reclutas escuchó el rumor sobre la presencia de un vampiro hembra en el hospital de Pembroke, que es, lo único que sabemos es su nombre de Piratelma. Vuestra misión es investigar con discreciones y observar cualquier actividad sospechosa relativa a las susodichas y pasando en el supuesto de comunidad. Vale. Esta gente es tan estúpida que de verdad se han pensado que la mujer esa que está mal de la puta olla es una vampira. Al final será una vampira de verdad y nos cagaremos todos. Bueno, vamos a volver. Cartel. Y me pareció que había alguien. Y aquí, en vez de dirigirme al hospital, lo que tengo que hacer es girar aquí. Otro, madre mía, otro. Vale, pero esto es Whitechapel. Esto... West End, nada. Hospital Pembroke, está todo el mundo sano, menos el Clay Cox, que tiene anemia, y este tiene cefalea. Pues no tengo nada ni para la anemia, o para la anemia sí que tengo. Para la anemia no sé si tengo. No, aquí. Neumonía, sepsis, anemia, pues sí que tengo para la anemia. Pero se va a aguantar. Por ahora no. Ah, pues mira, sí que era por aquí. A ver, me van a disparar. Ah, tú tienes ganas de que te... Tú y tu amigo, además. Tenéis ganas de fiesta, ¿eh? Toma. Anda, ¿qué ha pasado? He de decir que como vampiro soy un poco cabrona. Lo reconozco. Intento ser buena con la gente, pero no me sale. Vale, pues el cementerio estaba aquí. Hijo de puta. Toma esta. Tú sí que eres un vampiro, ¿cómo me has escuchado desde a tomar por el culo y vas a más en sigilo? Asqueroso. Joder, macho. Tú te vas a llevar 2 hostias. Me voy a quedar a gusto. Hombre, ¿te has creído? Vale. Vamos a ver si por aquí hay algo interesante. Que lo dudo mucho. Sinceramente, si la turno no entiendo por qué da la alarma. No deberías poder dar la puta alarma. Caramba. A ese no lo he matado yo. Y esto es el río, ¿vale? Pues ya encontré el cementerio. Y menos mal, porque sinceramente no sabía qué hacer. Vale, vamos allá.
My dear sister, I don't know if I have the strength.
Pues por el otro lado no podías, así que imagino que... ¿no? Vale, voy a ver si por aquí puedo encontrar... ¿Dónde? Uno menos. Yo salvarte la puta vida, ¿no lo ves? ¡Ay, quita! Tú tienes ganas de... Mala... Toma esa. Vale. Ya está, señora, no se preocupe que la he salvado. Ya está, ya está. ¿Está usted bien?
Are you all right, miss?
I don't know. Who were those people? They wanted to kill me. Why?
They've lost their minds in the epidemic. They won't come back for now.
You seem to know a lot about them, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating this disease.
I am Xiaoxun. Thank you so much for helping me, Mr. Reed. I must go to the cemetery now. Goodbye.
Pasa a ser bien, ¿está usted bien? Vale.
It's locked. Carnage. Is Father Whitaker's disciple among the... This man's far too old to be Samuel. No. By the look of his clothes, this man's a docker. Samuel isn't here. I had better follow the blood trail.
Buah. La leche. Cuando dijo que era una carnicería no pensé que fuera tanto. El rastro de sangre. Vamos a seguir el rastro de sangre.
As I feared, Samuel no longer preaches the good word.
Oh. Vale. Wow. Toma esta. ¡Hala! ¿Ahora qué? Vamos a probar sangre de predicador. Toma. Toma esa. Que estén evolucionando me preocupa, ¿eh? El padre Winker, el que quiere quemar a todo el mundo, es un hombre muy honrado, lleno de compasión y cariño para los que sufren. Bueno, ya lo habéis leído si queréis. ¿Qué ha sido? Eso no suena muy bien. ¡Ah! Toma, toma. Ay, mierda. Pica el ojo. Vale. Ya. Vale. Supongo que esta es la casa que estaban investigando. Y bueno, a ver, los tíos que están como que muy muertos. Viuda en apuros. Bueno, eso tiene que redimir un poco el sitio, ¿no? O sea, quiero decir... Ahora pues te merienda. Pues tú no, no le debería haber dado eso, pero bueno, ya. ¿Serás? ¡Ah, cabrón! ¿Te crees que me... ¿Te vas a librar de mí? ¡Hombre! Esto sí que no me lo esperaba. Vale. Esto no me inspira mucha confianza. Lo de romper tumbas tampoco es que sea una buena idea, pero... No me jodas... Ah, vale, no. Es un señor. Digo, no me jodas que han matado también a mi madre, que es lo que faltaba. Pero bueno, ¿verdad? ¿Cómo llega esta gente al puto cementerio? La galleta de regalo, pregúntate por qué ha sido. La hostia que le he dado. Le he soltado. Le solta la cartera. Así es como se roba mi pierna. A ver, falta ese de ahí. A ver si le puedo pillar sin que me vea. Son dos, además. Me lo tengo merecido. Ay. Pobre mujer, ha perdido a sus dos hijos.
Since I can't reveal myself to my mother now, I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony.
Aquí parece que puedo estar y verlo.
I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our sister departed, and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Pobre mujer.
Why kill my Mary and stick her here in this cold, god-awful place?
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic, madam.
Oh, Avery, I feel so tired. Please take me home.
Yes, madam.
Esta mujer se muere.
Mary. What have I done? If I could only change one thing. One thing. This is a nightmare.
Jonathan, there is nothing you can do but accept it.
What brings you here?
I thought you could use the company. I am so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
I wish the tears would come. But I'm empty. And I feel a hypocrite.
Let your pain run free, Jonathan. Don't smother it. What you feel is your humanity. Don't be so quick to lose it.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and it haunts me.
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You must come to terms with this. You must learn to live with what happened.
How can I? I've destroyed my family. My poor mother. I can't even console her.
Don't you see? You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you, Jonathan. I've lost so many friends. Loved ones I cherished. Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
You may be right.
Of course. I've stared upon this world for centuries, and time has taught me to deal with guilt, if not erase it.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace you need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
Es verdad. No sé qué misiones tengo. No sé. ¿Se pueden mirar las misiones que tengo? Yo creo que... Sí, quiero arrastrarlas todas, porque además así... Ya saben, tengo que ir. Parece que ahí hay alguien, ¿no?
And off to church he goes, a newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon?
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them.
Hostia, este tío es grande, es coloso en Vampyr.
I shall return as your judge and jury.
¿Por qué? ¿Qué he hecho? No entiendo, ¿qué cojones?
These
immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
Claro, si yo no he hecho nada, ¿para qué vienes tú a decirme, tío? ¿De qué vas? O sea, ¿de qué narices va usted, señor? Sí, a ver, tengo una misión aquí, pero tengo otra aquí. Quiero ver. Porque será la señora viuda esa. Ah, el padre también.
Good evening, Mr. Whitaker.
It's Father Whitaker, my son. So, are you still lost in your rational delusions?
Ya.
Have you
Me lo voy a preguntar
Nurse
algunas
Crane
cosas.
and her dispensary?
If you propagate the devil's work, you'll perish by the devil's work. Such is the law of the Lord.
Why did you send Samuel to the cemetery, Tobias? What did you see there?
I sent him on a vision. A dream of a dreadful and laughing queen covered with blood, sleeping with the dead and feeding on the fear of the dying.
Uy, qué mal rollo.
A laughing queen dressed in blood. Tell me more.
This epidemic is her feast, the announcement of her return. Against her, science is no more than a child's toy.
But who is she?
She is the mother of harlots and abomination of the earth.
Pero no me
She is
estoy diciendo que no.
Babylon, drunk on the blood of the saints.
Vale.
Tobias Whitaker, confess why you burned those people alive.
I have done what no one was ready to do. I will smite
Estás
the
quemando
flesh of
gente
the
viva,
unclean
tío.
to
Que no
protect
estamos
the
en la Edad
righteous.
Media.
You are just another heartless murderer, exploiting the epidemic to kill with impunity.
No. No. The only way to contain the spread is to strike at the source itself.
A ver, sí, ¿no? Sí, es verdad. Hay que hacer... Hay que tener cuidado con los...
You're not the savior of London. You're just a glorified sadist.
I take no pleasure in this awful
Que no,
cleansing.
pues no lo
Dr.
harías.
Reed.
Sí, vale, hay que
I am
apartar a
only
los
driven
enfermos,
by
pero
the
no
thousands
quemarlos
of
vivos.
innocents I save each night.
Quémalo todo. Y se acabó.
Why did you send Samuel to the cemetery, Tobias? What did you see there?
I sent him on a vision. A dream of a dreadful and laughing queen covered with blood, sleeping with the dead and feeding on the fear of the dying.
You sent a man to die because of a stupid vision. I have heard enough of your nonsense. Goodbye. Good evening, Mr. Whitaker.
It's Father Whitaker, my son. So, are you
Voy a
still
decirle que
lost in
encontré al
your
hombre, al
rational
chaval, y que está
delusions?
muerto.
I have found Samuel, your disciple. I am afraid I have bad news.
I already expected the worst. He should already have come back. He is dead, isn't he?
Yes,
Yep.
he is now. The epidemic took him.
Samuel steadily made donations to our cause. He would have rewarded you himself if you'd found me in that awful cemetery. Please accept this money.
Pero que yo no lo quiero decir.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
A ver. La otra persona está aquí. A ver. Me pone que aquí, así que imagino que estará a la vuelta de la esquina. Espera. Joder. Uy, ¿por qué tengo estos? Yo debería tener... Hombre, ya. Se acabó la tontería. Vale, yo estoy buscando a una señora. Pero creo que no va a estar por aquí. No sé por qué, mira. ¡Mírale! Pero no me encierres aquí. Vale, podría entrar por aquí. ¡Un hacha! ¡Ay, madre mía! What the fuck? Ah, ya no eres tan valiente, mamón. Está. Esto ya no me cuesta nada. No, es que no puede ser por aquí. No, no puede estar por aquí. Yo vengo aquí muy convencido, pero... Me he llevado el garrazo en la espalda porque no me esperaba que estuviera aquí. ¿Por dónde he entrado yo entonces?
This could be the box Lewis thought he lost. There's a letter inside. A love letter from Joe Peterson's wife, addressed to Barrett Lewis. Who should I give it to, I wonder?
Es que me cae bien el otro, me cae mejor que el Lewis, pero tampoco quiero que se lo cargue. Qué decisión más difícil. Vale, a ver, 37, 36. ¿Dónde puede estar? A ver, hay una persona aquí y otra que está a tomar por el culo. Vale, esta es la casa del Petresco, que no es lo que estoy buscando. Que me ponen un apuro, ¿eh? Porque es que se lo carga. Es que se lo carga. Pero tampoco le quiero hacer a eso al pobre hombre. Es que... Se la voy a dar a él.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you?
Más que nada porque no quiero que muera.
Barrett, you had an affair with Joe's wife, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. She's the only woman I love. My first regret is that she stayed with Joe after Harry was born. The second is I never shed a tear when she died.
Did you ever try talking to Joe?
Never. But I suspected he knew everything, even without knowing it. And he decided to make me pay in his own way.
Do you mean you're Harry's father?
No one will ever know for sure. And it's better that way. And I don't believe I'd have been all that bad as a dad.
Barrett, you had an affair with Joe's wife, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. She's the only woman I loved. My first regret is that she stayed with Joe after Harry was born. The second is I never shed a tear when she died.
Did you ever try talking to Joe?
Never. But I suspected he knew everything, even without knowing it. And he decided to make me pay in his own way.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
You again? What do you want this time?
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Es que sospecho que sí. Es que no lo sé, es que odio estas cosas.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? I found this box in an abandoned building nearby. I believe it belongs to you.
Let's have a look. Yeah, this is mine. So, you faced those loons that roam around there. Extraordinary.
I suppose I was lucky.
Luck is a commodity round here. Yours should be properly rewarded.
About this package, it's not just tools and trinkets, is it?
I want to be rude or anything after your kind gesture, but it's none of your business.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
Es que no quiero que mueran porque ya tengo a esto en estado crítico, ¿sabes? Voy a hablar con la señora porque se supone que tengo... No, mejor voy a irme a la iglesia. Espera, antes que nada, misiones superadas. Solo me falta esta, que es la de rastrear. ¿Y el otro rastro cuál es? Vamos a eliminar estos dos rastros. Y vamos a poner... Será de... Aunque se supone que ya está. Ah, vale. Mira, tengo que ir a la farmacia. Devuelvo el cuchillo a su propietario. ¿Quién es? Clay Cox, vale. Vale, tengo que hablar con esta señorita. Vale, perfecto. Supone que tengo que dirigirme aquí a la iglesia, ¿no? No. Aquí no. A ver qué me dice.
What is it that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
Está temblando.
May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar. But this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chapel. For I can be as silent as stone.
I've words for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest. As you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
She was my sister.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
It was an accident. A terrible, terrible accident.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
She died because of me. How do you think I feel?
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What would you like her to know?
I killed you. There's no excuse. My dear Mary. Forgive me.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
No creo que pueda. Uy.
Whatever happened on this dock is between my sister and I. It does not concern God at all.
Tenía que entregarle las herramientas a un hombre, ¿verdad? ¿A quién era? Ah, vale. Vale, no. Tengo que ir al hospital. Vale, ¿por dónde voy al hospital? Creo que he elegido el camino largo. Pero bueno, vamos al hospital.
When science fails you, this elixir.
No, por aquí no es. No sé a dónde estoy yendo. ¿Pero qué hago? Sí, a ver. Tengo que ir por aquí. Por aquí. Probablemente fuera la puerta que he visto antes, pero En lugar de ir por ella, me he desviado. Por aquí no. Esta es la iglesia. Y yo tengo que ir por aquí. No, por aquí. Sí, la puerta que he dicho antes que era, pero que soy tonta y me he ido por donde no. Es por aquí, ¿verdad? Sí. Uy, basura. Hombre, después de todo lo que he hecho, yo creo que... Hola. Puta madre. Toma esa. Es que ese tiempo es peligroso. Y tú no te creas que te vas a librar de mí, asqueroso. No paras de menearme y darme por el culo. Toma. Hombre, ya. Vale, yo tengo que ir hacia aquí. No me voy a meter. Cago en la leche. Bella. Está bien de tontería. A ver, yo entiendo que el chaval, o sea, el hombre se siente culpable y todo eso por lo que pasó, pero también es verdad que igual que arrebató una vida, ha salvado muchas y está salvando muchas, entonces... Con el tiempo supongo que lo entenderá.
Remorse and pain are precious when binding you to the earth.
¿Qué?
You. I remember you.
¿Qué narices?
Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
You selected me, chose me.
As shall my children yet to come.
O sea que va a haber más.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
I've had enough of others making decisions for me. pretending to know how I should feel or behave. So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind?
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
Tell me the truth about your appointment as a medic during the war, Rakesh.
The regiment administration appointed me by mistake. I had to learn the job on the spot, sir. Very hard, sir, but I rose to the challenge.
Do you realize how many soldiers died because of that decision? You should have refused.
Yes, sir. I swear I did, sir. But no one listened. When the first wounded arrived, I had to do what I could.
It is an unbelievable story, Mr. Chidana.
It was a time beyond belief, Dr. Reed. But I'm happy not to deal with the wounded. I prefer caring for the dead now.
You can't impersonate a doctor. You can't improvise a medical education. People could die at your hands.
You're absolutely right, sir. But as a field surgeon, it was more like being a butcher.
Do you believe you have really helped these people?
My ratings were within the averages of the regiment. I saved lives, Dr. Reed. Does that not say enough about triage and war surgery?
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Creo que sea el mismo.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
Never ceases to.
Vale, a ver, aquí tenía varias cosas para hacer. Lo de la farmacia, que no sé muy bien a dónde narices tengo que ir.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
Tell me, Thoreau, what's the real cause of your dislike for Dr. Ackroyd?
He refuses to admit that your blood transfusion technique is the only way to save Mr. Fiddick. I'm convinced we must use it.
What Dr. Ackroyd really said is that you lack the skill to perform this operation efficiently. Is there anything you have to say about this?
It's a false conceit. Dr. Ackroyd secretly envies your reputation. His jealousy blinds him. I'm not the real target here.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
A ver, tengo que hablar con la chavala esta. ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde está? Estaba siempre... Aquí está.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Tell me, Thelma, what do you really know about vampires?
I saw one and he saw me. I watched him hunt and kill. I saw his terrible wounds heal as his victim died. And then I knew I was saved.
You mean you actually saw a vampire? Here in London?
Yes. And it has been the answer to my pain.
I must drink and kill to regenerate my decaying body. I am a vampire too.
You have no idea what problems your claim could cause if heard by the wrong people, Miss Howcroft. You must stop this nonsense, now.
Why fear the truth? Strange things live in the dark, Dr. Reed. Strange and ancient beings that were here before this island even had a name.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Vale, a ver, usted, ¿a ti qué te pasaba?
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Vale, está sano.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Vale, por aquí nada. A ver qué más tenemos que hacer. Así vamos completando cosas. Sí, tengo que darle las herramientas. Voy a darle al señor este, cuando lo encuentre, sus herramientas. Y ya me voy a la farmacia a ver qué pasa. Creo que este tío estaba por aquí siempre, ¿verdad? ¿Dónde está ahora?
This city is more peaceful without the bombs, but no less dangerous.
Hello again, Mr. Thatcher. Do you feel any better now?
Yes, this neighborhood may stink of dog shit and reek of piss, but to me it smells like the purest mountain air.
No tengo esa cura todavía.
Mr. Thatcher, do you have a job?
No. Since I came back from the war, I spent most of my time and energy just trying to forget.
I understand what you mean. I was a soldier too.
No. Nobody can truly understand what I've gone through.
Why were you locked in that sewer? What happened?
I went by the canal after an argument with a friend. Got chased by these fucking wankers and had to barricade myself in, despite my claustrophobia.
Why did you run? What was the reason for your argument?
Newton wanted me to go to a hospital. I can't stand being closed in. Makes me feel like I'm suffocating.
Tell me about your claustrophobia. Has anyone given you an official diagnosis?
That's what the bloody doctor said. But I don't want to go to a hospital to get checked again. I'll deal with it my own way.
Oswald, why did you not go to the Pembroke Hospital to seek medical help?
I don't trust doctors. All they care about was their careers and processes. I won't be locked in any room again by anyone.
Your fear of being trapped is not going to go away by itself. You need professional help.
I've seen enough butchers in white coats to last a lifetime. Hospitals reek of chemicals and death. What I need is fresh air.
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed, Mr. Thatcher?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event. Perhaps it would help to talk about it.
Well, Doctor, take a guess then, if you're so interested in my case.
¿Y yo cómo voy a saber eso?
Perhaps you were trapped or locked in somewhere as a child. The horror of war could have brought this memory back to the surface.
Are you joking? I grew up on a farm, had a bloody fantastic childhood.
Es que no es justo.
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed, Mr. Thatcher?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event. Perhaps it would help to talk about it.
Well, Doctor, take a guess then, if you're so interested in my case.
Perhaps you were trapped or locked in somewhere as a child. The horror of war could have brought this memory back to the surface.
Are you joking? I grew up on a farm, had a bloody fantastic childhood.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care of yourself.
Como narices voy a saberlo.
Rats in the streets.
¿Y usted quién es?
Good evening, sir. I am Dr. Jonathan Reed of the Pembroke Hospital. May I be of assistance?
Dr. Reed. So it's you who saved my friend Oswald. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
And you are?
Newton Blight. Oswald and I recently returned from the war.
Why do you stay here now that Mr. Thatcher's back?
It's complicated. Since the war, Oswald's been really nervous with the idea of entering any hospital. And me, I've got my own issues.
Can you speak about them?
Rats, sir. Even seeing one, they turn me. Just want to run. It's that fear that stopped me from going after Oswald when he left.
What can you tell me about the war, Mr. Blight? If you want to speak about it, of course.
War was... well, you know, sir. The stench of death everywhere. Your mates lying bleeding in the mud. Just praying to make it through and get home. Bloody nightmare.
Did you know Oswald Thatcher before the war?
No. We met in the battlefield. I think we're in the same boat to France. We've stuck together ever since.
I fought in France, too. I served as a field surgeon, but it was not uncommon to repel an assault, especially at night.
Yeah. The first time I was wounded, I had to protect the infirmary from hostiles. Twice.
You are always welcome at the Pembroke Hospital. As a former officer, I'll be honored to welcome a fellow veteran.
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital. I just need to convince him that he needs some help.
Perhaps he needs to reach that decision by himself.
Could you speak to him? He doesn't usually listen to doctors, but perhaps because you've been through it, you can talk him round.
What caused your phobia of rats, Newton?
It happened last year following an artillery attack. I was trapped for 2 days in a hole under 2 dead soldiers. And there were rats.
Go on.
They started eating me as soon as I dozed. Gnawing at my ears, with fingers, lips. I couldn't move. Couldn't call for help.
I see.
No, you don't. You have no idea what it is to wake up buried under bodies. Fucking vermin eating your flesh. Oswald. He found me and saved me.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself.
O sea, que es por culpa del soldado.
Good evening.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Oswald, Why did you not go to the Pembroke Hospital to seek medical help?
I don't trust doctors. All they care about was their careers and processes. I won't be locked in any room again by anyone.
Your fear of being trapped is not going to go away by itself. You need professional help.
I've seen enough butchers in white coats to last a lifetime. Hospitals reek of chemicals and death. What I need is fresh air.
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed, Mr. Thatcher?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event. Perhaps it would help to talk about it.
Well, Doctor, take a guess then, if you're so interested in my case.
Perhaps you were trapped or locked in somewhere.
Es que yo no entiendo por qué no me deja cambiar de decisión.
Brought this memory back to the surface.
Are you joking? I grew up on a farm. I had a bloody fantastic childhood.
Supongo que hasta que no...
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care of yourself.
Que hasta que no... Me saldrá, joder. Hasta que no descubra la pista adecuada no voy a poder llevarlos al hospital. Joder, qué rabia, tío. A ver si así con el modo rastreo encuentro a ese hombre, porque sabes que ha desaparecido. Ahí está. Jolines.
Good evening, Mr. Cox.
Dr. Reed. Still working at night, I see. I like that.
And why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more alive to me. More interesting, one way or another.
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox. I hope you're starting to take better care of yourself.
This place is full of sickness and decay. How could I get better in such a dump?
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally. But don't push your luck.
Don't play the innocent with me. I'm sure you have good reasons to act this way. And also weaknesses that can be exploited.
I have found a gift from your wife.
In that case, you'll be properly rewarded, Doc. Clay Cox is a man of his word.
I hope that won't make me an accomplice to your future crimes.
Who knows what I might do now I feel invincible again.
How is your hospitalization going, Mr. Cox?
This is a shitty place with shitty staff. But as long as I'm treated all right, I'll be fine.
What's wrong with the Pembroke staff?
That bastard you sent to bring me here, Milton. I thought he was going to break all my bones before I reached my bed.
I see. Any other smart comments?
The nurses aren't too ugly. Especially that foxy one, Nurse Crane. Pretty brunette, tough attitude, oh, I like that.
What's wrong with the hospital?
Come on, Dr. Reed. The place is a dump. Smelly, sad, and dirty.
But you're alive thanks to the efforts and dedication of the staff here, aren't you?
What are you expecting, a medal? I thought that saving lives was just part of the job. Must be an unsatisfactory profession at this time, I'm sure.
Do you ever think about that poor fellow I saw you push in the water?
The wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget him. Still fucking hurts. Boss had cut me good.
What did he want? Revenge?
I recently had to kill his brother. Poor arsehole thought it would be easy to return the favor.
Only the strongest survive, then? Survival at all costs. Is that all you think about?
I'm the toughest bastard you'll ever meet, Dr. Reed. And I don't give a fuck what you think of me.
That man was determined to murder you. You almost died.
What a surprise. The first time I met him, he nearly shit himself. Fucking coward. I guess revenge gives you balls.
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
We can't escape the consequences of our actions. The past catches up with us in the end.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am. I live my life honestly, which is more than I could say for most folks.
And who are you, then?
I'm the leader of the Wet Boot Boys. One day, I'll leave this shitty place and punch in the face all who thought I would not come back.
Pues ya está.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Coulson.
Vale, a ver. Vamos a hacer lo de la farmacia. Uy. ¿Dónde hay que ir exactamente? Venga ya, pero ¿qué me estás contando? Por aquí no he estado antes, ¿verdad? Técnicamente sí. Uff, esta te la llevas. Anda, mira. A ver si puedo subir. Hola, ¿puedo subir ahí? Qué raro que no me deje subir. Pues tendré que ir por otro lado porque no me deja subir. ¿No? Pero bueno. Otro de estos. Encima un jefe. Devolver toda la mierda que me has quitado, hijo de puta. ¿Y este quién era? No me ha lanzado nada, ¿no?
Opium is one of the main ingredients of Strickland's medication. Never a good move.
Vale, entonces ahora me tendría que ir a... Tengo que ir a ver a esta gente, así que tengo que volver al hospital. Uy, hay que cargar.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
What can you tell me about the recent events in the hospital?
That Mr. Hampton killed Miss Jones in her room, then ran away.
And did you see all this?
No. I was working by the tents when it all happened. I only entered the room when they asked me to clean up the blood.
Did you see Sean Hampton leave the hospital?
I think I saw a silhouette exiting the hospital gates after the shouting started. At first I thought it was someone who was just scared.
Coño, ¿qué ha pasado? No
Maybe
me he
it
dado
was him.
cuenta, ya había visto la sangre, pero no sabía qué era.
Where is Miss Jones's body?
I don't know. I'd imagine the morgue. It all happened so quickly.
Y yo sin enterar, como estoy en Bavia
Goodbye,
mirando
nurse.
otras cosas.
Call
Pues...
me if you need assistance.
Pero qué narices. O sea, juro que no me había enterado de nada. Teatro Royal Garden. Cleet Fitch presenta Doris Fletcher.
Discuss on every street corner. The daily routine. You down, my boy.
A ver, tengo que hablar con el otro. Y tengo que hablar con... ¿Era este? Hombre.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
I located the shop, but it was vandalized, and the owner is missing. All I found was your order.
I was afraid of such bad news. People are so desperate they're ready to burgle a shop for drugs.
That's quite a list you ordered. Opium, sodium hypochlorite. It can't be just headaches you're trying to cure.
This dreadful influenza, of course. I already ran some tests on hopeless cases. Without success, I must admit.
Do you realize you could create a lethal poison without the correct dosage?
Claro.
Then there are the legal ramifications.
Is this not true of any medical substance, Dr. Reed?
No.
However, if you would agree to improve it, I'd be glad to accept your help.
As long as you promise to be scrupulous with your experiments, I may try to gather these substances and even help improve upon the mixture.
That's all I'm asking for, Dr. Reed. That's all I'm asking.
I want to know about these secret tests you run, and if they can save people from this epidemic. Speak to me now, Thoreau.
I know I may sound presumptuous, but I'm just following your steps, Dr. Reed. I'm casting away the shadows of ignorance by daring to face them.
Self-confidence is essential in our line of work, my young colleague, but only if tempered with the correct amount of cynicism.
But you never doubt yourself, Dr. Reed. I've read all your articles and books. You performed the most daring research during the war.
Don't you think we have enough work already? Perhaps now is not the best time to be chasing shadows.
Chasing shadows, really? It's funny those words coming from the only doctor here who has spent more time outside this hospital than in.
Bueno.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Ya tenemos hecho esto.
I can't let Strickland put his patients at risk with opium. Perhaps an adjusted formula will deliver more of a placebo effect.
No sé si tengo todo eso, ahora lo miraré. ¡Ay! ¿Por dónde se salía? Qué bien. Me he perdido, pero al menos encuentro lo que necesito. Vale, este es el tío del cuarto. Así que debería estar... Esta es la calle. Pero bueno, que me voy a perder todo el rato. Codeína. Oye, necesitaba codeína para hacer una solución. Aquí había una X. Aquí. Uf. Vale, a ver. Voy a hablar primero con este hombre porque... What the fuck. ¿Qué ha pasado?
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
What the
You've
fuck?
set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCallum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the guard.
No te preocupes, no me voy a esconder. Me voy a ir a mataros a todos.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned. By the sacred stone, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
Sí, ya he visto la masacre. ¿Qué ha pasado ahí?
What happened? The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control.
Joder, que tenía todo
Even
bien.
the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a
La
slaughterhouse.
anciana.
Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
Very well. I'll help you.
I know this place means something to you. I have noticed how you suppress your appetite when around the staff and patients.
You need to know you can trust me, Edgar.
I do, dear fellow, I do.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity.
¿Cómo es posible que haya
Do you
perdido su humanidad
realize
si
what
le
that
acabo
could
de
mean
dar
for
el
us?
cuchillo? Si es el mismo que hay. Bueno. No, hombre, no.
Well, they're not far wrong. The hospital is almost crawling with vampires.
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
Tenía que haberla matado, así que...
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Pero, no, espera, Hampton era el cura. Ya no me acuerdo. Bueno, antes de ir a eso, voy... ¿Por qué sale en mi habitación?
Strickland's project could be dangerous. I have a mind to report him to Dr. Ackroyd.
Vale, qué difícil. Vale. Primero de todo. Muestra de sangre vigorosa. Vamos a analizar esto. Fórmula extraña. Sí. Vale. Necesito lo menos 2 de estos. 2 de estos. Neuralgia, hombre. Todo esto está bien peso, pero por si acaso. Migrañas, no puedo hacer más. Vale, perfecto. Uy, aquí no he mirado. No he mirado si tengo. Primero si tengo cosas para. Exacto. Ahora, ¿tengo para hacer más de esto? No. Vale. Esto por aquí. Ahora vamos a ver si puedo mejorar. No, todavía no puedo. Y le voy a poner más daño, si me deja. Ah, vale, ya lo tengo. Perfecto. Debería también dormir, porque tengo un montón de... Es que tengo muchísimos puntos. Veamos. No sé si he desbloqueado, pero así basta. Dime que el otro ha mejorado, por favor. San. Vale. Todavía no. Venga ya, pero ¿qué me estás contando? Pero neuralgia, vale, tengo que curar a ese tío. Migraña, tengo que curar a este tío. Agotamiento, vale, tengo que hacer Joe Peterson. Agotamiento y agotamiento, vale, esto lo puedo mejorar, esto los puedo curar. Vale, voy a hacer. No tengo más para la migraña. Porque no tengo para la migraña, ¿no? Resfriado, cefalea. No, solo tengo. Bueno, no puedo hacer más. Vida en apuros. Espera, ¿cómo? Lo que no sé es por qué me ha bajado de repente. O sea, tenía un montón de puntos y de repente al que encuentre lo del médico es al que encuentre primero, no voy a.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
I have managed to improve the mixture by diluting it. Have you ever heard of Sir Joseph Francis Olive? Or the placebo effect?
No, I don't think so. Why?
A placebo is a substance or procedure that has no
Y así nació la homeopatía.
You made a placebo of my project. Why?
Research has established that a placebo, as long as the subject believes in the effect, can provoke a positive physiological reaction.
Really? That's fascinating. And you want me to, what, administer the placebo and see what occurs?
Something like that, yes.
Well, I'm a bit surprised, but I trust you, Dr. Reed. Please take the key to my cabinet and put this placebo there for future use.
Lleva el despacho del médico.
Can you tell me anything about the recent commotion in the hospital?
I'm sure it was not your fault, Dr. Reed.
My fault? What do you mean?
Oh, nothing. It's just... I heard it was you who brought the murderer inside our walls. But you couldn't know, could you?
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
No, está fuera por lo que me da la sensación.
How long must I wait, damn it? Blaming me.
Por cierto, ¿cómo se llega hasta Whitechapel? Por aquí, ¿verdad? Porque quiero, antes de ir al End ese, quiero ir al otro. A ver si puedo curarlos y evitar que se queden críticos. Porque, joder, no estoy aquí gastando recursos para acabar otra vez igual.
Over there!
Por el culo ya. A ver. Joder.
Have no fear, brothers.
No quería esto.
Once with me.
Este superpoder. Otro de acá. Y haber visto un cadáver por aquí. Me lo parece a mí. Sí. A ver dónde está Whitechapel. ¿Seguro que es aquí? Sí. Tengo la de ganas. ¿Y tú qué? Que te aprovechas de que estoy con el otro para darme. Mira, ahora sí me deja, no entiendo. Entonces sí que es aquí. Vale, a ver. No te lo mereces.
Good evening, Mr. Whittaker.
It's Father Whittaker, my son. So, are you still lost in your rational delusions?
Don't you fear getting sick yourself?
Faith gives me all I need, my son. If I must fall, then so be it.
No doubt your faith will prevail, but let me give you some extra protection against the devil's work. Medicine.
Blessed be your generosity, my son.
I have had enough for tonight. Goodbye.
Joe, ahí está Joe.
You again? What do you want this time?
Can I offer you my medical expertise, Mr. Peterson?
Keep your medicines for others.
There is a thin line between pride and stupidity, sir. Please take this medication. You'll feel better.
All right. I'll take it then. It's not like I don't appreciate the gesture.
Goodbye, Mr.
Me han dado un logro por ir curando a la gente. No sé si voy a tener para ti, yo espero que sí.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? Do you need help, sir?
To be honest, I'd prefer you take a look at my stuff. I'd rather be rich and sick than the contrary.
I don't quite agree, but I won't argue with you. Please, take this. You'll feel better.
Really? Free? Don't take it personally, but charity usually comes at a price. Human nature being what it is.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
Vale, a ver, ¿quién más? Sano, no, tú no eras. No, tampoco es por aquí. Aquí estás.
This elixir will give you faith again.
Good evening, Benjamin. Can I help you?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Reed.
You don't seem well, Benjamin. Do you need any help?
I always feel ill, sir. It's like I'm never right.
I can try to help your body heal, sir. But you must stop destroying it.
The war destroyed me, Doctor.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Vale, a ver. Vale, me falta el Mason este, que lo tengo que curar, que es el que estaba allí, nivel 2 de Cotival, aún me queda. Mierda. A este no le puedo dar tratamiento porque no está. Bueno, yo he hecho lo que he podido. O sea, ya no puedo hacer más. A ver si esta vez funciona, porque joder. Es como, pero qué narices.
It's locked.
¿Y esa puerta desde cuándo está ahí? En fin, habrá que ir por el camino, por el otro lado.
As long as you have the money.
Que no lo entiendo, o sea, me dedico a traer remedios a curar a todo el mundo y de repente todo el mundo está más enfermo aún que antes. Es como, pero bueno. Ya sé que hay un bicho, pero no me apetece matarlo, la verdad.
It seems the Priwen are redoubling their patrols in the district. I must be more careful.
Uy, ¿qué ha pasado?
Fear no evil. We do the Lord's work here.
Sí, eso vas a hacer.
Eat this! Bloody leech! Shit! You pay for that!
Tú no has hecho eso. Vamos a ver cuánto quita. Wow, quita muchísimo ahora. Que estos que tienen más defensa, no tanto. Venga ya. Tú tienes una cita con una muerte especialmente violenta. Por aquí. Vale, ya estoy curada del todo. Y voy bien de sangre, en verdad. No necesito tampoco... No tengo la sangre que me falta. Ups. ¿Finish qué? Ah, que hay dos. Casi. Ya podéis haber decidido unos cuantos metros más allá, ¿eh? Tú tienes ganas de más también, ¿eh? No, es que estabais acojonados. cabrones, porque os matan. Me voy por el culo.
This is Braille. I need someone who can read this.
Los culos reparo. Vale, hay alguien pidiendo ayuda ahí. Vamos a salvar a ese hombre. Me gusta ese hombre. Ya está. ¿Está usted bien?
Are you all right, sir? What are you doing in a place like this?
I'm not sure that's any of your business.
I hope you realize that staying here will put your life at great risk.
Pah! I'm not afraid of these guards of Frewen, or whatever these thugs call themselves. I can still kick some respect into those youngsters.
I wasn't specifically referring to them, but are you really after these men? Why?
They took my boy! I've had no news since he joined that crazy gang. So I decided to come and find him myself, to get some answers.
I see. But as I said, your life is at risk if you stay here. And I'm not referring to the gangs either. You should leave, sir.
Well, this part of town used to be nicer, let's say.
Antes.
Perhaps you're right. This isn't the best way to save Andrew.
Ya que estoy, registro la casa, por si tiene algo interesante. Querida madre, pasa que jamás olvide lo mucho que la quiere su hijo.
There is a name engraved under the blood on the back of the case. Jack Gillingham. Maybe I should return this watch to his family.
Pues sí, yo creo que sí, ¿no? Vamos a devolvérselo a la señora, porque pobre mujer. También te digo que, a ver, el Hampton no me pareció una mala persona, o sea, ¿qué cojones?
Are you sure you'll be able to reach the docks alone?
Young man, I am perfectly capable of defending myself.
Bueno. Aceptaremos a Paco como animal acuático. Supongo que lo que tengo que hacer es subir por las escaleras y girar. Supongo. Uf, este sitio está horrible. Esto tiene pinta de jefe. Y esto me lo quedo. Este sitio tiene peor pinta todavía que el otro. Y eso que... Este es estable, se supone. Oh, me acuerdo de este sitio, es el principio. No sé por qué, pero me da que esto va a ser un poco confuso.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Why must it always be a good evening?
I was just being polite. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you some questions, if I may.
Don't like questions. Or doctors. And the name is Seymour Fishburne, if you must know.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
A shithole filled with maggots. Liars and thieves, all of them.
Are you thinking about someone in particular?
No. Hate them all. Especially these petty, whining little shitbag beggars.
Is there no one who deserves your leniency, then?
Well, Tom from our local is somewhat of a decent bloke. At least, unlike most maggots, he knows how to listen without opening his trap.
What's your occupation?
I take care of my mum. It's what I do. She's the only good thing in my life. Even though I don't treat her so good.
You seem upset. Is something bothering you?
I lost the necklace I bought her. I'm a fucking idiot. A worthless idiot.
Sometimes it's hard to be a good son.
I just want her to smile. No, I was thankful for her patience, appreciated like... God knows she deserves it.
Resfriado.
Do you require medical assistance?
That's something I didn't expect to hear again. A doctor concerned with the health of his patients. Yeah. I could use some help. On several matters, in fact.
I don't know which kind of doctor you're used to dealing with, but it's a doctor's purpose to heal people.
And is it your purpose as well, Mr. Reed? I would say it's a convenient way for gaining people's trust.
Any chance you can help me find Sean Hampton?
The sad saint. Why would you talk to that cunt?
Actually, that's confidential.
Really? Well, go ask someone else then. I'm sure Tom Watts will gladly answer you.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
Bueno, al menos le he curado. Vale, me acuerdo de Tom. Me acuerdo de la taberna esa.
Hello, boy.
Hello. Good evening.
Did I scare you? You have nothing to fear from me.
No, it's just that people prefer to avoid me.
Well, I won't.
¿Sí?
I'm a doctor.
My name is Rufus, sir. Rufus Kingsbury.
Anemia. Mira qué bien. Tengo también para este.
What can you tell me about this region?
It's all about staying out of trouble. But since most people prefer to avoid me, it's pretty easy.
Why do people avoid you?
They call me Rufus the Curse. Around here, I'm a bit of a bad luck charm.
Have you ever thought about leaving?
Where else would I go? At least I know these streets and some people around here. This is my city, for better or worse.
What do you do around here, Rufus?
I listen to the news on the docks, sir. And I smile at those kind enough to spare me a bob.
Do you have a job?
It's hard to work, what with my head and all. Since I was a boy, I've always had trouble remembering what I do and why I do it.
What do people say about this place?
Things have been tense between the wet boot boys and the communists. They both feel they should run the dogs.
Are you alone? Where is your family?
I don't have any. My parents are dead.
So you have no home? You're sleeping rough?
No. I mean, yes. I live on the streets. I have no home.
You should be careful, Rufus. There are things that lurk in the shadows of this city. Things that prey on the lonely and the desperate.
Well, I've known worse. I'm not all alone. I have Mrs. Fishburne. She's been very kind to me.
Why do you think she's so considerate?
I can't say, sir. I guess she's a good soul. Sometimes it's like she replaces the mother I lost, even if we're not related.
Do you need help?
A real doctor caring about me. That's a first. I feel like a real person.
A real doctor treats everyone the same, Rufus.
I don't know what to say. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Do you know a man who lives in this part of town? A man named Sean Hampton. I'm looking for him.
Sorry, sir. I don't know a lot of folks around here. Most prefer to avoid me.
Well, I don't think you should talk to him. He may be very sick.
Thanks for the tip. You might want to check the Turquoise Turtle. It's a pub not far from here. The barkeep knows everyone in these parts.
So long, Rufus. Be careful. Take care.
Mark my words, miss. These murders are the work of a vampire.
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
I'm a tracker of creatures. A vampire hunter.
You best be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back and hunting all these poor folk, he needs a catch.
Sewer dog?
¿Cómo llegaste ahí?
It's an old story. A monster with daggers for teeth.
Es aquí.
Good evening, madam. I'm Dr. Reed. Could I come in?
Why? What do you want?
I work at the Pembroke Hospital. I'm investigating the flu epidemic in this area.
Oh, the Spanish flu. That's quite liberal of you, Doctor. But this is no time to be knocking at people's doors.
The disease takes away the good people too, madam. Why not let me in?
It's Mrs. Fishburne. Stella Fishburne. And yes, indeed. Why not let a doctor in?
Ha sido cautivada.
I'm not sure the epidemic is what worries people most these days.
It's locked, all right.
Es lo bastante lista para tener sus cosas cerradas. Casi todas. Vale, vamos a hablar con ella. A ver qué nos cuenta.
Gentlemen are easy targets in these parts. So you have questions about the flu, then?
Yes, among other things.
Forgive my rudeness at the door. It's just my son doesn't like strangers coming in the house.
Ahí está sana.
How is life around here?
Life has always been hard in the East End. But it's everywhere nowadays, isn't it?
Do you think the increase in violence has anything to do with the epidemic?
Don't know. But it's most likely linked to the gangs, if you ask me.
Sí.
Recently, it's like everyone has had to pick a side.
Violence has always fed on poverty, don't you think? It's a cruel law of the human condition.
And selfishness is their rotten fruit. These days, you could just die in the gutter and no one will bat an eye.
Pero no le falta razón.
May I ask what you do for a living, Mrs. Fishburne?
Since my husband died, I worked at the Dawson Rope Factory, but it closed before the war.
Dawson me suena.
I occasionally help at the
de
night
guitarra o de
asylum
piano?
in exchange for food.
No sé.
Did your husband die in the war?
Oh no. My Jack was a docker. He died when my Seymour was just a lad. The poor boy saw his dad slip and fall from that scaffolding.
Oof.
How do you pay the rent, then?
My Seymour works at the docks, just like his dad. He's very attached to the house he grew up in. It's not always easy, but we get by all right.
The orphan that regards you as a mother. Please tell me about him, Stella.
You mean Rufus? I wish I could do even more for the poor boy. Most people are so selfish.
But you're not.
Years may have passed, but I haven't forgotten how it feels to go through days with nothing but an empty stomach.
I'm trying to locate Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where he could be?
You talking about the one everyone calls the sad saint? The man who takes care of the homeless?
The very same, Miss Fishburne.
I'm sorry. I don't know where his shelter is. But if you ask around, I'm sure you'll get your answer.
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne. Take care of yourself.
Entonces esta no es la señora que estoy buscando. Tiene que haber otra señora a la que le tengo que entregar la carta de su hijo muerto. Voy a ir con esta gente.
Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
Dale.
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Oh boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
So, how exactly are you protecting these people?
¿Cómo caza vampiros si no es capaz de reconocerlos?
Investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors.
No, ni siquiera dedica a matar gente, se dedica a pasearse por las calles de vigilante. ¿Cómo se reconoce un vampiro? Eso quiero saberlo.
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have.
Yeah.
What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe me.
Can I help in any way?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires?
Pidiendo que coloque carteles sobre los vampiros para cazar a los vampiros siendo yo un vampiro. Creo que no sabes lo que estás diciendo.
Have you heard of the Guard of Priwen?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
So you hunt alone? That sounds risky.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
Ya veo.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour. But I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there, they have plenty of reasons to hide.
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal. You really believe Sean is a saint, don't you?
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a child, he was molested. By a priest of all people. Funny thing is, though, it only strengthened his faith.
Vale.
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts.
Eso no está
He's
nada
a
a la orden
bartender
del
and
día.
good judge of character. If he talks to you, then it's fine by me.
Vale. Pues nada.
Goodbye. And good hunting, Mr. Throgmorton.
No te acerques a mí que te mato, ¿eh?
I should have offered a drink to the boy.
Agotado. Este está sano. Y esta está sana. No sé si me quedarán más remedios para el agotamiento. Voy a probar.
Good evening, sir.
Whatever.
Don't you recognize me? We met a few nights ago.
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then as well. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try to remember you
No se va a
this
cortar
time.
Aparte de
What do you
beber,
do
por
for a
supuesto.
living, Mr. Delaney?
I drink.
A beber.
I drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night. And then I drink some more.
Es el borracho del pueblo.
Don't you work at all?
I'd love to, but I don't have the time. Didn't I tell you? Drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night.
Why do you drink so much?
Maybe it's because I prefer dying slowly. Death can be so abrupt.
¿A qué se dedica? A beber.
Personally,
Pero por la
I like
mañana,
to
por
see
la
mine
tarde y por la
coming at
noche.
my
¿No
own
trabajas?
pace.
No
sound
tengo
very
tiempo, me dedico todo a
That's
beber.
because I am Doc.
Me encanta este tío, es súper imbécil.
Is there anything in particular that
Pero
you like
sincero.
about this part of town?
¿Qué pasa?
Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly. So joyful.
Si te lo dices. ¿Por qué es tan triste?
Why are you so cynical?
Cynicism is the polite way to express despair, Doctor.
Nunca la he visto.
No reason at all to rejoice, then? Life is hopeless and then we die, is that it?
Let me tell you a story.
Venga.
All right. Go on.
A few years ago, when I believed a resolute man could change things around here for good, a tragedy occurred nearby.
What kind of tragedy?
It was a bomb. Bomb that exploded and killed many people. Metal and blood everywhere. Shouts, fire, broken window of the shoe shop, the torn street light.
You lost people you loved that day, didn't you?
I've lost everything. But you know what the worst part is? I don't even remember where it happened. I've drunk so much to forget it. And now I can't remember where it was. I can't pay my homage to the dead.
I'm sorry, Mr. Delaney.
It's okay. If you ever find the place, just leave a flower for me there.
Vale.
Even if you tell me where it is. I'm not sure I'd memorize it.
Is there anything in particular that you like about this part of town? Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly. So joyful.
No reason at all to rejoice, then? Life is hopeless and then we die, is that it?
Let me tell you a story.
Another
No me las he
time,
contado,
perhaps.
No hace falta.
I'm not sure I want to hear another sad story. Is there anything in particular that you like about this part of town? Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly, so joyful.
Surely you must have had dreams and expectations when you were young, like everybody else.
Sure. I wanted things to change. To really change, and to change for good. The bigger the dream, the harder the fall.
Sounds like you were an idealist, which is honorable.
No, sir. I was an anarchist, and I believed that exclusive property is a robbery in nature. I wanted a new world to rise from the ashes, Dr. Reed.
Do you really think the world is that bad?
No, I believe we all can choose to make it better. But most of us are too weak, too corrupt and too guilty. I failed for sure, but others will come.
Ya lo sé, ahora.
I want to know more about your past as an anarchist, Dyson.
I'm still an anarchist, Doctor. Make no mistake. I just reject violence as a tool to change the world, unlike my comrades.
Do you still see your comrades, then? Even if you don't agree with their methods anymore, I mean.
No. I hope they'll come to share my point of view one day. I'll raise my glass to that splendid idea.
Do you believe in a bloodless revolution, then?
I do not believe in much anymore, Doctor. But I'll admit I like your idea of peaceful change. I like it a lot.
Ya, pero eso es difícil.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
I really don't know. I heard he'd been abducted. I don't know if he's back.
Who could tell me, then?
About the sad saint. I'll try asking Tom what's about him.
Vale, o sea, todos me dicen,
Goodbye, Mr. Delaney. Evening, miss.
Well, I never. That's a first. Customers who make that much mess rarely come back. Never mind in fancy togs.
I'm much more myself than when we first met. By the way, I'm Jonathan, Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doctor. I'm Sabrina Cavendish. How can I help you?
What can you tell me about this area?
People don't appreciate that line of questioning round here. You best be more careful with what you say, sir.
You look concerned, Miss Cavendish.
This is a bad borough. Most people I know are afraid. Most locals will rob you blind, or worse. You best mind your step.
Ajá, interesante.
If you're uncertain about your safety here, the docks might not be the right place for you.
I got responsibilities. And it's not like I got the money to move anywhere else anyway.
Claro.
This place seems, how shall I put it, very colorful. I'm sure it has plenty of stories to tell.
We get people of all sorts here. It's that rare place in the docks where you can have a drink without being murdered. At least it's not happened yet.
So this bar is neutral territory?
Yeah. Tom's convinced this is something the locals need. No one ever draws a weapon here. That's one of the reasons I accepted the job.
Your boss must be quite the negotiator to force such an agreement.
Yeah. Tom's a great bloke. Mr. Hampton, who runs the night asylum, he's the only other man that's able to keep peace around here.
Eso bueno.
Excuse my curiosity, but where exactly are you from, Miss Cavendish?
Something bothering you? What, my name? Or my complexion?
Believe me, I never judge someone on their place of birth or the color of their skin.
If that's true, you'd be one of the few not to make fun of me. Just you, Tom, Dyson, Miss Fishburne, and of course Mr. Hampton.
I'm sorry if I worried you. I was just curious to find out if you know this part of town well.
Nosy. My dad was a sailor from Bombay, and my mum was a maid born up in Glasgow. They got married in London. And here I am.
Miss Cavendish, would you be willing to help me locate Sean Hampton?
You better ask Tom, sir.
Why not answer me directly?
We respect the privacy of our customers here, sir. Only Tom can decide who to speak to and what he'll say to them.
Goodbye, Miss Cavendish.
ver si se guarda de una vez.
Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight? Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's not that bad. Thanks to people like the sad saint of the East End.
Who?
Sean Hampton, our own private holy figure. Few are foolish enough to make peace with the gangs. Sean is one of them.
How is it you can keep this place open? This part of town doesn't seem particularly safe.
Well, since everybody needs a drink, my pub is considered neutral ground by most groups.
I see. So you get pressure from all sides about how this place should be run, do you?
Well, something like that. Nothing that a few wise words and a bottle of gin can't solve.
Since I'm here, is there anything I can do?
Well, perhaps, Doctor. Peace partly depends on my stock of gin. And with the epidemic, my supplies are running low.
How could a physician help you in this matter?
I have a small warehouse just past the quarantine line. Perhaps, with you being a doctor, you could go there and come back?
Doctors aren't immune to disease, you know.
Bueno, tú sí.
Very well. Show me where it is. I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thank you, sir. Here's the key to get in. You're about to save many dry throats.
You're something of a figurehead around here.
I'm only pouring alcohol for everyone to forget their troubles. Sean Hampton is the one giving them long-term hope.
Why does your waitress feel in danger working on the docks?
This part of town is dangerous for all, but for women it's worse, as always. Sabrina is a brave girl, but she can't help feeling in danger.
Do you think she has good reason to feel this way? Are you not worried about her safety?
Of course I am. The truth is, she's tougher than me deep inside. She just has to learn to control it.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
I believe he returned to his flock. Can you confirm that?
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick. Oh, I guess it has something to do with what happened to him as a baby.
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. That would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
The important thing is I find him, quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
No he leído ninguna de sus indicaciones.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Vale. Pues creo que lo vamos a dejar aquí. Creo que, si no me equivoco, se acaba de guardar. Así que en principio ya estaríamos justo para encontrar al tío este de... Que yo no creo que haya sido él, o sea... Sinceramente, es muy raro. Todo esto es muy raro, no sé, no me convence a mí de que haya sido él de verdad. Y aquí hay gente, así que lo vamos a dejar por aquí. Espero que os haya gustado, nos vemos muy pronto. Adiós.